talk to you about just briefly is what's going to keep you going and what's going to move you past the short term and keep you in this position. I just reflected on the 8 years I've been with the company and the time that I've traveled and listening to the things that Mike said before. You know, they're phenomenal, right? It was phenomenal stuff for you guys, the 5 things doing in the field. But you have to have a reason to be in this position. So the question I want to ask is, what's your purpose? And what's your passion? If you don't have passion for something in this career, if you don't have passion for something that's keeping you in this room, if there's no passion keeping you in this room, you won't be here for very long. That light can run out. I personally experienced it. I can remember vividly times being an agent in Colorado where you guys, I mean, the nice thing about being an agent here is, you know, maybe you got like some issues with traffic and it snows. Like, it snows like 2 feet in Colorado, and they're like, so you're going to run your appointments, right? Yeah. It's like 2 feet, and that's no big deal. And we would drive 18 hours to go to the area where I would run appointments as an agent, right? Can you imagine coming here and there's like, hey, listen, you got road trips, 18 hours. I don't even know where you'd be in 18 hours. You'd be like halfway in Canada or something like that. But you'd be like, I would drive 18. I remember vividly in my car thinking, what is the purpose of this? And you got to find it real quick. But when you find it and you believe it, the light never goes out. It just keeps getting brighter and brighter. So what's your purpose? What's your passion? Why are you here? You can find passion from 2 areas. And they both are inside a home. The first area is in your client's home. You need to have passion there. You know, last year we came, you know, and it's great, by the way, it's great to just come back to this agency because, you know, we spent a month here and I really connected with you guys. I really did enjoy that time. You know, even with Shahab, even when I was in the field with him, it was a good time. And you know, we had a lot of fun in the field. And coming back here, you know, it's always good to kind of be back here with you guys. You have to understand, what is your passion in the home for the clients? What are you doing for those clients? So here's what you have to understand. You are some of the most important people. You are some of the most powerful people in the world. Right now, in this room, you're some of the most powerful people in this world. Because when you go to someone's home, remember last year we came out, we rolled out the laptop, we said use the system like this, and you click that and you nod your head and go, wow, that's crazy. And that's, you know, that's the presentation, right? We did all that. So now that you're doing that, but here's what you have to understand. 45 minutes in someone's house determines the rest of the life for everyone that lives in it. That's how powerful you are. When you look at your appointment sheet, when you go out in the field, it's not just a list of places for you to go and to see who no-shows you and maybe someone's home and hopefully they don't give you an objection. These are lives that are in a list with an opportunity for you to change. And you need to go in the field every day with that passion. And when you go into the field with that passion, that's where you'll be able to help and serve people. That's when you don't have to worry about money, because the money happens. Here's the deal. You're paid in direct proportion to the service you provide to the people you see. You're paid in direct proportion to the service you provide to the people that you see. I mean, you just think about it. If you write a deal that's $200 a month, that's pretty good for you, right? I mean, that's a pretty good deal. You're probably excited. You're probably going to like call your manager as soon as the door shuts and you're walking to your car or you're walking to your next one. You're pretty excited about that? Right. The $200 a month, did that get a lot of protection for that family? There's going to come a day in the lives of those family members that they're thankful for you. That may happen 40 years down the road and they don't even know you. They never met you. You're just a name on a policy, but they're thankful you showed up with passion. Because that family's lives has changed for the better. If you show up without passion, that family's life may have been changed for the worse. When someone close to someone passes, that family calls 3 groups of people. The first group, religious leaders, they're spiritual guides. So they're pastor, their priest, their rabbi, whoever it is, whoever that spiritual person is in that person's life, if they have that. And what are they looking for from that spiritual leader? What are they trying to get? Comfort. Understanding, comfort, okay? The second group of people they call is family, close family. Sometimes it's the other way. We maybe call family first. But they call family as another group of people. And what are they looking to get from the family? Support. Sometimes they're looking for money. If you didn't do your job, they're looking for money. That's what you don't want them to be doing. But they're looking for support. They're looking for understanding. Really, here's the thing. They provide love. They provide understanding. They try to help a really hard time feel a little better. Then there's the third person they call. Who's that? That's you. I think somebody was calling right now. I might want to take my before just make sure they're not the person there. But the third person is you. Now here's the thing. Here's how you become so powerful. This is where you need to bring your passion every single day in the field. Because you can still do what the first two people did. You can provide comfort. You can provide understanding to some degree. You can just be someone for them to talk to. I've personally had clients where after these things have happened, I've sat at their kitchen table and they just talked. But you get to do one thing that no one else on the face of the earth can do. You know what that is? Pay the bills. You can give them a hug and say, I'm sorry for your loss. You want to talk about it? Do you need to talk about it? I'm here for you. Oh, and by the way, I paid for the funeral, right? That's taken care of. Here's an extra 15 grand. The house is paid off now, so you don't have to worry about that. They'll send you the title here in a little bit, right? So you got that taken care of. The income, you got 5 years. Just making money where you don't have to go, you don't have to leave the house paid for, you don't have to leave it. You have 5 years, we'll just send you the check, and your kids are all going to college, by the way. There you go. How powerful is that? Don't forget what you're really doing. That's your passion. So the passion in their home. The second place you find your passion, to find your light, is in your home. These guys on the team that I have, the laptop team with the company, they'll tell you, I say this all the time, and if you've been in meetings that I have, I kind of have a saying, it's like, if you're going to leave your house and go to work, you might as well actually work. To me, I would sometimes, I go out in the field, whether I was training somebody or I was riding out with somebody as I'm traveling, and we go out in the field, and it's time spent with not our families, it's time spent with each other. And we go out in the field, and, it's like maybe work, they kind of like have a couple things figured out, but then there's some downtime. Here's the thing. I live in Denver, Colorado, right? So it was kind of difficult for me to come here to New York, just given the recent events that happened here, and I'm not going to talk about it, but it was kind of hard for me, and I like how they still have the signs up, and that was really nice that they did that for me, but, and so I'm getting over it. But I live in Denver. Yeah, right? Yeah, because it costs a lot of people more than $500, right? I have 3 daughters, a wife and 3 kids, 8, 3, and 6 months. When I leave, my kids don't know where I'm going. They just know I'm gone. They just know that Dad's not there. He'll be home on Thursday. That's all they know. I could just go to the mountains and go skiing, and they would make no difference to them. My wife would probably be kind of mad about that, but the kids, they wouldn't really even know, right? They don't know that I'm here talking to you guys right now. All they know is that I'm gone. So if I'm deducting, if I'm withdrawing from the bank of spending time with my family, I'm going to get a return on that. If you're going to withdraw from your personal life, from your family, from whatever it is that your passion outside of this passion, if you're going to withdraw time that you can't get back, because by the way, you can't get time back, can you? Time is your most valuable asset, because once it's gone, and you're never going to get it back. And I've learned now, being 32, the older you get, the faster it goes. Christmas is I just leave the lights on, so I'm not going to mess with that, because I'm putting them up in 2 weeks. So that time that you're investing, get something for that. Don't get up to come in here and punch the clock, because here's the deal. There's no clock to punch here. There's no paychecks for showing up. The paychecks for showing up come when you're an SGA for 10, 15 years. You start getting a paycheck. You can get a paycheck for not showing up. But you had to show up to get to that point. So if you're going to take time out of your life and out of your family and away from your kids, make it worth something. When you're in the field and it's 8:30, here's the thing. It's 8:30. You're in the field. You're not home, right? Okay? Maybe you're thinking, man, I want to get home and see my wife. I want to get home and see my husband. I want to get home and see my kids. It's 8:30. Those 30 minutes that you're not with them will mean more 10 years down the road if you did something proactive in those 30 minutes than they would mean for you just be, by the time you get there, they'll be in bed anyway. So get something from it. Have passion for your own family. Okay? Mike had talked about earlier how you're going to expect $100 of ALP per appointment you book. Right? That's a fact. And just like he said, when he came in, when he was brand new, same thing for me. When I came in when I was brand new, I felt like this was just a business of luck. I would hear people would go out and they'd collect 74s, but he said it was 74 referrals. He recalculated it just to make sure it was 74. So don't shortchange him there on that. 74 referrals last night. And I hear, man, they also wrote $1,500 in ALP in one house and then 74 referrals. And I think, man, when I was brand new, I said, that was lucky. That's a lucky day. Because I went out on 8 appointments, I didn't get anything. And then the next day I went out and I only had 4, but I wrote 2,000. I'm like, oh, I was lucky. But here's the thing, it's not a business of luck. It's a business of statistics. Just like Mike said, it's a business of facts. One of the facts is you're going to get $100 of ALP per appointment. If all else is equal, you're going to get $100 of ALP per appointment. I want to maximize my return on the investment that I'm taking, my withdrawal that I'm taking from my family. I want a maximum return. So think about it like this. If you get $100 of ALP per appointment, that equates to roughly $50 of income to you. You guys know that? It's about $50 once you consider the new bonus and advances and things like that. You're going to make $50 per appointment booked. So here's a mindset thing, and I'll close with this. What's your name?
Jamie.
Jamie? How long have you been with the company?
7 months.
7 months, okay. This will work great. I'm not picking on you, okay, so don't take this is going to go for everybody. You're sitting right here, okay, and I can't use Shahab because I don't even know what Shahab is. So, all right. So I'll go with you.
You picked me last time.
Oh, did I really? Okay. Maybe you just got that aura, right? Okay, cool. So think about it like this. And you maybe heard me do this before then. I'm changing your job. Did I do this with you? Did I change your job last time? Okay, that's good. It's good that you're correct. I'm changing your job though, okay, Jamie? Now, at the end of the meeting, you're going to sign a new contract. You're not an agent anymore. You're not going in the field. You can't write business. So that whole, maybe that's a good thing, I don't know, whatever, okay, I don't know, write business, but that's it. So you're no longer an agent. Now I'm going to make you my booker. Not my bookie, my booker. Talk to the other guys about bookies and stuff like that later. Yeah, right? You're my booker. And I'm going to pay you $50. I'm going to pay you $100.
Okay.
I'm going to pay you $50. Okay. For every appointment you book me, I'm going to pay you $50. And you can call all day Monday. You can call all day Thursday. You can call Saturday afternoon. I don't know if you have any major religious reason why you can't work on Sundays, or if you can, or whatever. But can you work on Sundays? Yeah. So you can call all day Sunday. And for every appointment that you book, I'm going to pay you $50, and that's all you got to do. That's pretty good, right? Okay. So here's how it's going to work. I got my check. I got my checkbook. I'm going to come in on Monday, and I'm going to walk up to you and I'm going to say, okay, Jimmy, so I'm going to pay you $50 per appointment you booked. And you had all day Monday, all day Thursday, Saturday, Sunday to do it. How many appointments did you book me?
100.
100. Write the check. There you go. That's it. It's that easy. Well, let me see him. Let me see him before you tell me 100. So the question I have is, as I was doing that, maybe you were thinking, if I was talking to you, how many appointments would you have booked for yourself? If Theo just paid you $50 for every one, at the end of the call night, he said, turn in your appointment sheets and just gave out $50 bills for every appointment. How many would you, that'd be pretty cool, right? But here's the deal, that's really what happened. So how many would you have booked yourself in that situation? And then the question you need to ask yourself, if you do it for me, why aren't you doing it for yourself? Did you have 100 appointments last week? You thought it could be done when I was paying you. If you did it for me, why won't you do it for yourself? Part of it is mindset. Part of it is the passion. And part of it is, again, something that Mike already said. It's the difference between having an opportunity and having a job. Because when you have a job, you come in from 4 to 9 and make phone calls. Because that's what you were told to do. When you have an opportunity, you understand that you're making $50 every time you book an appointment. I'm booking 100. I won't see them all, but let's go. I'm going to see somebody on 100. The difference between having an opportunity and a job. I have met very, very few successful people. And whatever, listen, I'm not going to define success in terms of money. You talk money, whatever, okay? So you can define success however you want to define it, okay? But you got to understand, if to be successful means that you want to give back. In order to give back, you know what you have to have? You have to have money to give. You can't help homeless people by becoming homeless. I don't know if you just like stand in line at the shelter and be like, so can I help you with your life? You're homeless too, right? That doesn't really work, okay? You don't help poor people by becoming poor. Sometimes my wife watches these movies, like the girl, like the chick flick, you know what I'm talking about? The chick flick movies, right? And there's only 2 movies that have ever been created in this, there's like 2 plots and they just recycle the names and the characters, usually Ben Affleck is somewhere in here or something. But like there's the one movie where the guy's like, starts where he's working like way too hard and he missed like a softball practice or something and they're all mad at him. And then the end of the movie, the resolution is he just quits his job and everybody's happy. I'm like, that's not real. I'm looking at my wife, you know that's not how it works, right? If you need more time, you want to spend more time with your family, you want to give back, you have to have money to do that. Okay, so maybe that is a point of success. But I've never met a successful person who worked a job. I've never seen a successful person that just had a job. The successful people that I know have an opportunity. And in front of them, it never ends because you have passion for what you do and what you can do for your family. Okay? That's what I had. Thank you very much. It was great to be here and talk to you.